Well, I just got back from the pizza place. Got the bike charging. Lily, what are you doing? But yeah, she's nice and muddy. It was a fun ride. Still, I'm just pondering this. I don't want to cut those connections, but I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to cut them. Take this temporary tape job off, and I'm gonna try to relocate the controller down into here. And I also got all these crazy plans to add a key switch and get rid of the Anderson connectors and make it completely watertight. So I'm not sure how far into it I'm gonna get today, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut these connections while my battery's charging here, just to see how the controller fits. This is Scott signing out. This is Scott with a little update while I'm figuring things out here. I found out this is the only spot that the controller fits in without me having to modify it, which I think is fine because it'll all cover back up and it'll alleviate my entire problem. So I'm going to go ahead and start rewiring the whole entire thing. I cut down my throttle line, made it a little bit shorter, and when I took the slack out of that, I'm going to use that slack to extend my Hall sensor wires from my hub motor so I could get over here and terminate them. So I'm going to go ahead and fire up my soldering iron and start going to town on the controller wiring. I also have a 20 amp key switch here that I took out of a scooter that I gutted. Built a bike for my brother out of it. But it seems to be in great working order, so I'm going to try to implement that into the system somewhere as well. So instead of having the 50 amp Anderson connector, I can use this key switch instead. I also have some extra wire here from a 12 volt PC power supply that I'm going to use to extend some wires as well. The only thing I don't have right now are the 10 gauge wires to extend my motor wires, my phase wires. So I'm gonna go to the store real quick and get some of that, and I'll be back and get this thing all up and running. This is Scott signing out. Alright, well, I just finished fixing that problem. Took me about 3 hours to pull everything apart and solder all the connections back up. I used solder this time instead of butt splices. As you can see, I'm charging it right now, but I have a mess of zip ties and fun stuff everywhere. But here's a good shot of it with the cover off and how everything is mounted now. Mounted the controller right there. Put some tape around the frame, zip ties holding it on. As you can see, I also wired in this key switch. Although the key's out of it right now and it's off because it's charging. But all the connections are in there, which is going to be covered by the rubber roof. So it shouldn't get wet anymore. I had to rewire everything over here too. Tucked it all up there nice and neat, made sure nothing was hitting any of the cables. And now I'm going to go for a test drive. Alright, got it out in the daylight here. It's November 1st after I finished working on everything, relocating the controller, and as you can see here, I added that key switch. I just poked it through that rubber roofing for now. Controller's right up there now. All the wiring is inside. I no longer have that block of a controller hanging off the back of my seat, and the wiring is not underneath my hardtail anymore. So it looks a little cleaner. It's a little more watertight now, and I fixed the issue of not being able to ride in the rain. Still don't have any fenders, but this is the update view. This is Scott signing out.